Okay, so what's up everybody, and welcome back to yet another vlog. And if you know by now, or you don't know by now, the coronavirus has hit Spain quite hard, and it's also in Andorra. Our laws are a little bit different, so I'll explain, but enjoy the vlog.
It's only Spain's second state of emergency since becoming a democracy.
Les anuncio que durante la vigencia del estado de alarma,
I would like to announce that during the period of the state of alert, people will only be able to circulate on public roads for the organisation of the following activities. Firstly, the acquisition of food, pharmaceutical products and basic necessities. Secondly, visits to health centres, services and establishments. Trips to workplace to carry out your work, professional or business activities.
You see, we've got the coronavirus, and then we've got the people who are the coronavirus of the world. And those are fucking people that leave their trash cans, beer cans, throw them on the ice publicly like this. In a country like Andorra, it's a disgrace. You are the coronavirus of this world. You know, it's probably the funny thing. We're all probably looking at each other in the world thinking if the other person has a coronavirus, but a little bit awkward, I'm just joking. I'll never leave my bananas peel there on the ice, maybe in the bush, but not on the ice publicly like that. Hey, what's up everybody? Going for a 2 to 3 hour ride. No training obligations these coming days with the lockdown in Spain. However, in Andorra we are allowed to ride, especially if you're a professional rider. It's considered as work. And the only problem is that if you crash, they regard it as negligence in Spain. I'm not sure in Andorra yet. And you won't be covered by your local insurance, it seems. So have to be quite careful on the roads in regards with that for the next 2 weeks. But life goes on and training goes on. Okay, so can't pass on the Willie road, so only public roads seem to be open here. I like riding that road because it's quite small and flat, just to warm up before I head into the mountains, but today's not possible. And what I have noticed is that they give quite big fines if you pass access points which you are not allowed to. So for example, behind me, I could have passed there on the side, but I don't want to get a big fine, so I'll rather just go where the road takes me and where the road allows me to go.
Ask you what you're thinking about, ask you what you're dreaming about. Say your life is full of doubts, you don't know what you're talking about. You tell me what's on your mind, but how can you be so blind? I am the one who's hurting, but I'm just a burden. In the chaos I see the bliss, in the mayhem I see the abyss. Just when you needed them the most, they're just ghosts. In the chaos I see the bliss, in the mayhem I see the abyss.
Okay, so what is quite strange about this whole coronavirus thing is that some people get it and don't show symptoms, which is a little bit strange. Some only get mild symptoms, and obviously others much more severe. But the thing is that it attacks the lungs, and it's quite difficult to heal people from that when it gets quite severe. But regardless of that, sometimes the symptoms takes up to 20 days before it shows, and obviously after you've been affected and you've kind of gotten more healthy, you can still infect other people, which you probably know by now. And also, I don't want to be taking any risk around the corners. Like I mentioned, that if you get injured and you have to go to hospital, your medical aid currently don't want to pay, and it can be seen as negligence. Look at Pasta la Casa down here. I cannot believe how Pasta la Casa changed overnight. As you can see, it's currently like a little bit like a ghost town. Everyone's gone, all the shops are closed, and like they said, it's closed. So if I go behind me, I go over the French border, the road behind me, and this road just goes back up the descent I just did, and I'm just gonna enjoy the climb again. Should be quite fun because Pasta la Casa is 2,200 meters above sea level, and just enjoy the quiet of the roads as everyone's in quarantine and in isolation, and yeah, work is work, huh? So that's the French border there, and there's a tunnel that goes through the mountain. If you're willing to pay €6, you can take it. However, bikes aren't allowed, so we have to go the hard way. And if you know from my previous vlogs, I used to stay here for altitude training before tour of Switzerland. One thing I would just really like to know is, why the fuck have all the people been buying all the toilet paper during this epidemic? Please, if someone knows, leave me a comment down below. I'd please like to know. I don't know if any of you have seen this, but yeah, gasoline, diesel is 94 cents a litre. That's pretty cheap, pretty cheap. So the only thing that I can take from this whole shutdown, lockdown thing with the coronavirus is that they're trying to prevent public gatherings. So it's not about you going out on your own or with a friend that's staying with you or a relative, but they have to be quite strict because we are still allowed to go out training, go out running. Obviously gyms and everything's closed, but supermarkets and pharmacies are still over. And this is I spent enough oxygen talking about it for today. So a nice 7 degrees here at the top before I descend, and that's quite warm for Andorra. Those people are walking without shoes here. This is Grau, one of the big ski slopes, and Grau Hotel, and as you can see, completely empty. It's like a ghost town basically. There's the ski slopes above there, nothing happening here.
As the sun was rising on the